right, so moving on with the program, there is an upcoming Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport 4th Summit that is scheduled for the 22nd to the 24th of April, the year 2026. So to tell us more about the summit, I have Cuthbert Chunguo, who is the president, and also Robert Alexander Chelewuga, who is the education coordinator, coming from the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport in Malawi, to tell us more about the summit that's scheduled for the 22nd to the 24th of April of the year 2026. Good morning, Mr. Cuthbert Chunguo.
Good morning.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And also Mr. Robert Alexander Chelewuga, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
I'm fine as well. All right, so we're here to talk about the forthcoming summit by the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport in Malawi, which is scheduled. I believe I'm right when I'm saying that it's scheduled for the 22nd to the 24th of April, there, 2026.
Yes.
All right, so maybe before we go into the summit entirely, let's just look at Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport in Malawi, starting with the president, Mr. Cuthbert Chunguo. Tell us more about this institution.
Thank you very much. Now, the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport is an international professional body for logistics and transport experts and practitioners in the world. And Malawi is one of the branches of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. We call it CILT. So we have people working in different sectors in logistics and transport. We also have students studying for higher qualifications in logistics and transport. The main center in Malawi is Mubasi. They offer professional advanced diplomas. These are international diplomas. They also offer diplomas, and we also have certificates in logistics and transport. Yes, and now, this year, we are lucky to host the CILT Africa Forum. This is an international event which happens annually on a rotational basis in different African countries. Last year, it was held at Kigali in Rwanda, and the previous year at Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe.
Oh, beautiful. So this is the first time us as Malawi hosting?
Yes, it is the first time ever.
Wow, this is big.
For Malawi to host. It's very big.
Yeah.
So we have an opportunity to meet with experts from different countries, not just from Africa, but also throughout the world. We have international guests coming from the United Kingdom. We also have dignitaries from the African Continental Free Trade Area, because logistics and transport go together with trade, right? Logistics and transport are like the catalyst for trade, international trade. So we are lucky that we'll be having these top officials of the AFCTA in Malawi at the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport.
Beautiful. Let me now go to Mr. Chelewuga, that before we look entirely into the things that are going to be involved under this summit, but maybe how are we faring as Malawi as far as logistics and transport is concerned? Are we doing well as a country?
I think we are doing well in terms of education that we offer. So many people have undergone that course. We started the course was started in 2007 when the Memorandum of Understanding was signed by the CILT UK with the Malawi Polytechnic then. So about 5,000 people have undergone the program.
Beautiful. All right, so let's look at this year's theme. We're saying that advancing sustainable and inclusive transport and logistics for Africa's future. Maybe let me start with the president. Why this theme?
Right. When we talk about issues of sustainability, we are really looking at continuity, right? So we don't want transport systems or transport modes that cause some damage to the environment, or transport systems that only include a section of the society, like maybe car ownership is something that we cannot all manage. So we are looking at an inclusive kind of transportation system where people of all walks, people of different societies are able to access transport at the same time without causing any harm to the environment, but also making sure that there's continuity of transport and logistics, moving goods and people so that it has an economic benefit.
Beautiful. All right, so maybe I understand that, Mr. Chaluka, I understand that at least 120 local and foreign delegates are expected to attend the whole event. Maybe how far are we with the preparations? It's April, it's just next month.
Yeah.
So how far are we with the preparations?
So far, I think about more than 50 people have registered.
Okay.
We expect to have more, in fact. So most people register towards the end, we know that.
Typical Malawians. Team last minute. So for someone to attend the event, to be there, they have to register. No registration?
No.
We're not coming. We're not just walking in.
No, I think there's a cost.
This is not free. So you are registering and then you're paying.
Yeah, because you have to pay money for the lodging.
For the lodge,
Yeah,
yes.
actually it's going to take place at Blue Waters. Blue Waters.
And why the choice of the venue? We wouldn't do it just at an office like this one.
Right.
Why? What's the relationship between like summits and being done at the lake?
Okay, Malawi is the warm heart of Africa.
Okay.
And many of our guests will be coming from other countries. They've never been here. They keep hearing about the Lake of Stars, the calendar Lake Malawi. They're actually excited. They are thrilled to be here. So we thought of taking it to the lake so that they can have a taste of our jambo. They can also look at the daylight and sunset at the lake. So it's actually interesting, and they're excited, most of them.
That's a good one. It's like giving a feeling that we want you to come for the summit, but we also want you to come back because you see the beauty of
Exactly. I'm sure most of them will come back.
They should entirely come. All right, so what are the issues that are expected to be discussed at the conference? Let me start with you, Mr. Chaluka.
Yeah, we are talking about sustainability. We're looking at transport is the biggest polluter in the whole world. And we're looking at also talking about issues of transport, like infrastructure, development, but again, connectivity with other countries as well. So there are bottlenecks. In fact, we are a landlocked country. As a landlocked country, we would like to discuss on how we can unlock ourselves so that we have access to the sea equally, but again with collaboration with other countries, we can make it.
Beautiful.
In terms of imports and exports.
Beautiful. You looked at him when I was asking him the question he wanted to add?
He just hit the nail on the head. Because Malawi is actually going to present a paper.
Okay.
There will be many professional presenters from across the world. And Malawi is going to present a paper on investigating solutions for transport and logistics for landlocked countries like Malawi. There are so many landlocked countries in Africa. We're talking of countries like Zimbabwe, countries like Rwanda, Uganda, just to mention a few. And all these countries have a challenge to get their imports to the markets, but also exports from the suppliers into our countries. So we thought that we could also discuss that issue because it really relates to sustainability of our economy. So it is within the broad theme of the conference. But there are also other people who are going to specifically talk about education issues so that when we talk about sustainability, we can look at a pool of available professionals for the future. People are also going to talk about how different societies, like maybe the rural communities, can access transport irrespective of maybe not having too many resources.
Beautiful. So, Mr. Cheluka, who should register? Who can register? Someone will be saying, someone is following out there and they're saying, no, I'm not into logistics and transport. I think that's not for me. Is this open for everyone?
Okay, it's open for everyone.
Okay.
But we also expect all our members to attend at various levels, of various members at various levels, affiliates,
Okay.
Chartered, member of Institute of Logistics and Transport, and fellows. So these groups of members are supposed to attend, are expected to attend anyway.
Okay.
And anyone else is welcome. All of us are interested in transport, I believe.
Exactly.
So,
That's what drives the economy, isn't it?
We actually say transport is the engine of the economy, the lifeblood of the economy, or the nerve center of the economy.
Revolves around.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So how are we registering, Mr. President?
There is a QR code which people can scan on the conference brochure. Alternatively, there is also a link that people can visit. But if this proves to be too complicated, we have our contact numbers. They can directly engage us.
Okay.
We'll help them to register.
Beautiful. Give us the contact details. Sorry for that. My
number is 099 573 8815.
You can take that again.
099 573 8815.
Beautiful.
I don't know whether I should share the email address as
Yes,
well.
you can also share any contact details that are there. You can share with us.
It is CHI
Okay.
NGUO at gmail.com.
Let's take that again.
CHI NGUO at gmail.com.
Beautiful. Do we have social media handles as an institution, or are we on Facebook? Are we on TikTok?
Yes,
so that people can follow.
We are, but I think we can share that later on. The details,
okay,
yeah.
Beautiful. We're looking at him. You want to share your details as well?
Well, my number is 099 4371 446.
Okay.
And my email is robertcheleuka@rocketmail.com.
All right, so mina muchichewa pang'ono pamene tikupita kumapeto tukamba zokuti there's this summit imene mwakonzanza to a Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport kuno ku Malawi, and mukamba zokuti sikuti ndi ku Malawi kokha, this is an international thing. So kungotifotokozera mwachidule chabe kuti tikukamba chani.
Chartered Institute ya Logistics and Transport ndi bungwe la pa dziko lonse lapansi lomwe limayang'ana ukadaulo wa ntchito ya mtengatenga ndi mtokoma, komanso tikati mu logistics muli zinthu zambiri, ndoti warehousing, supply chain management, ndi zinazo ndangochula zochepa. Ndi bungwe limene chaka ndi chaka limakhala ndi msonkhano wokhudza akatswiri a maiko a mu Africa muno. Chaka chino tili ndi mwayi kuti msonkhano umene uli kwathu konkuno ku Malawi tikachitira ku Salima ku Blue Waters Resort kuyambira pa 22 April mpaka pa 24 April 2026.
Acheluka muchichewa pang'ono. Amalawi okhudzidwa ndi nkhani za mtengatenga ndi mtokoma apezeke ku chifukwa chani ku summit imeneyi, ku mkumano umenewu?
Kumeneko kuzakhala zokambirana zokhuza munthu wina aliyense. Chifukwa aliyense amayenda komanso amayitanisa katundu nkutumiza. Ndipo amakhala mavuto amene anthu akasonkhana tikakambirana nkupeza mayankho ake. Potsiza pake mayankho akewo ma solutions osanga pazedwe aza kangati policy will be informed with the Minister of Transport and Public Infrastructure. Azawuzidwa kuti kukonza kwa mavuto amtengatenga ndi mwakati maninga nimene anthu takambirana kumeneko.
Beautiful. I know it's a big event as we're going at the end of our chat this morning. Are we okay with the finances, or is it okay for other partnerships to come in to support this as we're hosting it for the very first time as Malawi? Mr. President.
Thank you very much for that question. We are very grateful to people who have already, companies, people, organizations that have already extended their hand to support this event. I'll make mention of the National Bank of Malawi,
Beautiful.
but we are also reaching out to other potential sponsors.
Okay.
We should also mention the government of Malawi. They keep on supporting us through different, areas. I want to mention in particular our line ministry, the Ministry of Transport and Public Works. We are working hand in hand with them because this really is an international event.
Yes.
Apart from the fact that it talks specifically on, it addresses logistics and supply chain management issues and transport, but we are also looking at selling Malawi to an international audience. So the ministry is really supporting us in that regard. We want to request more organizations to come and support us, and we can develop a partnership to continue working them even beyond this conference.
Beautiful. Final remarks, Mr. Chiruga, as far as the forthcoming summit is concerned. Emphasis on the members. Members show up.
Okay, tino members ambiri mbiri. Koma wina aliyense amene amakuzida kuyenda pansi kuti right. Ni muzipangizo siyana siyana. Kuzakhala nkhani zoti kuza ife ndipo zokuza aliyense kuti zo maganizo ochokera pamene popo azati kuzanso ifeyo.
Beautiful.
Ndizakhala zokondweza.
All right, thank you very much for coming through. I wish you the very best with the preparations and everything as far as this summit is concerned for the 22nd to the 24th of April. All the very best.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. That's it from Cuthbert Chinguwa, who is